asking. But for sure, the Opportunity Lives is where I've probably got like 80% of my recruits. Yeah, for sure. So definitely do that. Do that. Anybody should do that. That is for everybody. That is anybody. Always do that. Okay, sorry, Kaylee. Are we live? Okay, we're live.
Yes, we're live. We're good.
Awesome. Oh yeah, oh, my computer just died. No, it didn't. Never mind. Oh crap. It is like kind of blinking at me. My kids, my laptop, and kids are not nice. You can't have nice things when you have kids. Or you just have nice things and you keep buying nice things because they break the nice things. Also true. Anyway, how's everybody? Wow, my computer really is like turning off. Oh no, my computer really did just turn off. Okay, let's start with wins. Let's start with wins while I find a cord. Lauren, I need a cord. Oh, crap. Who has a win? Roxanne, watch that chat. Kaylee, you too.
Okay.
I think that's it. I didn't know it was about to die. That's so frustrating. It didn't die. It's back. Oh, my computer's sick. It's not dead. The battery's still there. Okay. Well, Bill had a really cool win. We weren't recording and we weren't live to whatever. Bill, can you just say it all again? Just like, a condensed version of what you said your win was?
Gladly. So this year we decided we really want to get out there in the community. We live in a smaller town, smaller area. And so we joined the Chamber of Commerce. And we've been going to their activities. We've been going to their marketing events. We've been really trying to get out there. And yesterday at a ribbon cutting ceremony, one of the other chamber members, the manager of the bank, came up to us and said, "Jarboes, oh my gosh, I wanted to call you. I need some jewelry." And asked me if I could bring some jewelry to the bank to show her. So this morning we had our chamber meeting and the chamber president called us out as working our business, using the chamber. We're going to the events. We're getting tagged in all these different events and things that are happening. And then after that, I loaded up one of our racks of jewelry with a bunch of stuff, a variety of things, took it over to the bank and basically did a trunk show and sold $65 worth of jewelry.
That's so cool.
So it was awesome. It was a great way to start the day.
Oh, absolutely. And also, Bill, and for anyone, so what Bill did, reached out in his community. And I think that's really important. I think we get really wrapped up in doing a lot of Facebook Lives and social media, this is what we're doing, try to build on social media. But don't forget that you have a community and that you have people around you. You have the Chamber of Commerce, or you can do the basket party. So Bill, I would suggest you just set up a thing where you bring a new basket every week and you wouldn't have to be there. I mean, your stuff's you have a cool folding thing too. So I think, I don't know if I would get away from that, but if they wanted more and if you wanted to leave it there, you just have them sign a little contract that just says, I'm leaving this basket of jewelry with you. You can get hostess rewards. You can actually even have her be your hostess. And then they can look at that for a few days. And instead of just you there for an hour, they could keep coming back to that basket, back and forth. Because basket parties, I know people that are very successful in that.
Holly's been doing a version of that at work. She said people at work asking her. And like one lady's like, she really into orange. So one day, Holly took about, 10 orange pieces to work and she bought like 4 of them. And
that's
then
awesome.
Someone else wanted green. And so she took a bunch of green stuff in. And I mean, it's just, she's been able to, we've sold some lanyards that way because Holly loves her lanyards and wears them every day at work. And so she's got over all of them lined up at work behind her desk so people see them all the time. And it's been great. So yeah, she's done a lot of sales that way too, which is kind of similar to the basket party, but instead of having that, she just brings in a few pieces. They ask her to bring something in, and she brings it in, and they go through it. And one was looking for pearls. We took a bunch of pearl stuff. But one was looking for a specific type of bracelet. We took bunch of bracelets in. So it's just a fun way to do it. And she's able to feel like she's doing more than just going live too that way. So she's more of a part of what's going on. So it's been good.
Yeah, that's super smart. And it's cool that you're conditioning the people around you of who you guys are in the community, right? They know I need jewelry. They know where to go because you
Yep.
are in the community. You're wearing your jewelry. She's putting it at work. It's just, we have that awesome advantage to be a walking billboard. And so if you're not wearing your jewelry every day when you leave the house, you're missing an opportunity to show what you're doing with your business. Because as soon as somebody comments on your jewelry, you should be saying, I sell this jewelry. Do you want a business card? I have a website, whatever. Or give them a free piece with the blessing bags. I think any of that is good. It's free advertising, Anyway,
Yeah, it's been great. We've been having fun with it. So
that's awesome, Bill.
it's fun to see, our involvement is up, our Facebook numbers are up, more people are starting to come to our lives. So it's all having its toll. It's all connected, and all coming together for us. So
Yeah. Well, that's super cool. Any other wins? Anybody want to share? Or how the survey's going? Any feedback with the survey? Because he talked about the survey today too, a little bit. I think it's great. I think the survey thing is really cool.
I got
Yeah.
I've been talking to somebody a couple days, and so yesterday, I've been waiting the 24 hours. So I asked her, would she be interested in hearing about some affordable jewelry?
Mm-hmm.
And she said yes.
Yay!
Okay, so she said yes, and she said yes today, and I have not responded to her because I want to wait. I want to wait till I talk to y'all.
That's awesome. Well, get in there.
Next.
Wants to see your stuff. That's awesome.
So what's my response message to that when they say yes? I would like to hear about some more affordable jewelry.
There's several things that that you could do. Maybe ask her what she likes. Maybe she's an earring girl or a necklace, or if she says, oh, I like it all. You could pinpoint it, and then I would just send her some photos, or direct her to your website if you're on Premiere or Paparazzi, or even invite her to your live. Like, that's what I would for sure, is have her come see the jewelry when I'm live, because that's the best way to show the jewelry, because you're on a video. For sure, any of those things, because especially if she's interested, then yeah, you can give her a sample with pictures, but then say the best thing to do is just come to my live, please. And I give away jewelry if you give away jewelry on your live, whatever. You could even go as far as, let me send you a free piece. I think that's money right there. And so people can actually get a sample in the mail. So any of those, I don't know, anybody else have any suggestions? That's just what I would do. But anybody else suggestion? I'm not watching Facebook at all because my computer's dying. My computer's totally dying. Nope.
Shelly said you can ask what type she wears or what her favorite color is.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are good ideas.
Color, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, that's awesome. So then you can just kind of be like her personal jewelry person, she'll think that's really special because you're taking the time to ask her what she likes and what she wants to see, instead of going, oh, I'm just going to photo dump a bunch of stuff in the messenger. I think creating that cool connection with someone is far more important, right? And so I think, yeah, asking her, be like, oh, I'd love to help you find your style. You could even you could send her fashion fix photos and be like, which one do you resonate with? Or that fashion fix style quiz on Paparazzi, so that way you really know, is she a Sunset girl? Is she a, Fifth Avenue girl? Yeah, for sure. That's what I would do. That's cool. Anyway, yay. Well, cool. Should we get started, Kaylee? We're good? Okay. So my computer keeps blacking out. So yay, time for a new one. Okay. So he says, carry on with the survey questions. Awesome. Because that's what we're supposed to do all week, right? Just, he said like 10 a day. Just texting or not texting, messaging people in Messenger, the one survey question, and continue with the core activities, right? All those C words. So he says this is called a bonus dare because he feels like, yeah, the survey is a big long dare, but bonus dare if you dare, he says. He's so funny. This is going to utilize Facebook stories and Instagram stories. And he's talked about those things before, and we've kind of seen how he utilizes stories. But this is like quizzes and polls. Okay. As we know, quiz is several answers, and you can only do it on Instagram. A poll is a yes or no, and that you can do on Facebook. He says that quizzes have better algorithm, so it's smart to use the quizzes on Instagram. So take that as you will. If you're only on Facebook, then you're going to be stuck with a poll. Oh well. If you're big and hot on Instagram, I would try it there too. I would do both. But that's what I would do, and I'm going to do that. So yeah, utilize the poll and the quizzes. You take a picture and then you click on the sticker button, and it says poll right there. So the sticker button and it says poll, it's a yes or no quizzes, and you have more options to put in. And you can also see who answers. Do you guys know that when you do a poll or a quiz, you can swipe up from the story when you look at it, and you can see who's answered your question. Well, there you go. There's your followers. Those are the people that are taking the time to answer your junk. That's awesome. I shouldn't say junk. You know what I mean? But those people are important because they actually typed something for you. How many times do you do that for someone? To the people that you care about, right? So that's just, he never really said that, but I'm just interjecting that those people are important, but you should go message those people and thank them for answering your poll, right? And then start a conversation in Messenger. Okay, so the dare is a 3-part series, 3-part story series, okay? It can be just 3 stories, or you can do a multiple on number 2. So let me get to that. And they're back to back like we've done before. A back-to-back 3-part series, okay? Number 1. Ask your audience if they have struggled with something, right? About your business or product. So something about jewelry or something about business, which is like money or something. So we could ask, for example, have you ever struggled with having enough money at the end of the month? Have you ever struggled with having enough money to do something you really care about? Have you something with you could do something with the money, right? Or have you ever struggled not having enough pieces of jewelry to mix and match? So that could be a jewelry thing. He even gave that example. He actually gave a jewelry example, which is kind of cool. So you'd ask your audience if they have struggled with such and such, right? Then the next story, show people how you help other people overcome that. And that can be 2 stories, or that can just be 1. But this is the second part of the 3-part series. So show people how you've helped people with that. So if you have a team member that has, that have signed up and made money and was able to make their car payment, you can share that, share somebody's story, that how paparazzi has helped them, maybe overcome a money challenge. So you're going to overcome, or if you're asking about the jewelry thing, show somebody that is signed up for the discount, and look, they've signed up to save money, and look, they have all this cute jewelry and they can mix and match, however think. So that's the second part. Show people how you help other people overcome that struggle. And then the third part is tell them what to do next, right? And we point, draw arrows, send message. Sending a message is the most important engager, right? Sending a message. Them sending you a message from your story is huge engagement, huge algorithm. And so you would say something like, send me a message with the word blah, whatever, and I'll get you that information, or something. So send me a message. You're telling them to send you a message. Send me a message with the word jewelry, and I can get you more information, or whatever word you want to use. So you're telling them what to do next. Okay. So I'll just reiterate 3-part series. Ask your audience if they've struggled with something. Show people how you've helped people overcome that struggle. And then third, tell them what they need to do next, right? Which is send a message. They need to send you a message. So then you can start that conversation in Messenger. Okay. So it does work well if your stories have reset. They've talked about that, how if you've waited 24 hours and you don't have any stories hanging out there in the universe, because you know that stories last only 24 hours. Everybody knows that, right? So it's good to kind of start this on a clean slate. So he says that. So if you want to start this like on a Monday morning, or you guys want to stop your stories right now and do it next thing, do you have to wait for the stories to reset? No, you could do this. I mean, I think you can do this anytime. But it does make it so people will see the 3 parts easier, right? Doing this once a week, he suggests that you could totally be doing this once a week to gain engagement and find people that are interested overcoming this struggle. And if you feel like, I love that he said this. This totally was awesome. Sorry, my foot is like asleep. So I love this. He gets a lot of people that go, nobody comments on my stuff. Nobody sends me messages. Nobody's doing this. And he gets a little bit of whiners. He gets a few whiners out there. And he says, well, then why aren't you instigating conversations? Why are you sitting waiting for people to talk to you? You need to talk to them. And I was like, thank you, Fraser. Because guys, you can't just sit there and think that your business is going to blossom. It's not going to do anything if you don't go and do it. So if you are not getting those comments and those messages, go do it. Just turn off your brain and go start some conversations. They don't have to be weird and spammy. Hi, I haven't talked to you in 10 years. Come buy my product. No. Hi, Sally. I haven't talked to you in 10 years. How's it going? I love your face. Your kids are grown so big. Go look at their Facebook. You can find one thing to talk about. It's not weird. You like Sally. You want to just say hi to Sally. That's not spammy. That's just being a kind person. Hey, whoa, your kid just graduated from college. That's crazy. I remember when he was born. Whatever. Cool. And then ask a question. What's going on in the rest of your life? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just making up stuff. This is just me making up stuff. Like for real. Like go instigate conversations. And then why did I write this? Is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, be the helper, right? Fraser always talks about kind of like, we're here to help people make money. We're here to help people have a community, have a family, any things like that. We are helpers. So that is a good question to anybody that's like looking at your stories. And let's say you see somebody see your first part of that 3-part series, but maybe they didn't see any of it, the rest of it. You can see who's seen your stories and who's not. Please don't go message people and go, I know you're watching my stories. Don't do that. That I've had people do that to me. I'm no joke. I've had people message me going, I saw that you saw my story. I sell this product and I do weight loss. Da, 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 da. I'm not kidding. I've had this several times and I go, well, that's weird. I just saw the story. I don't care. I didn't care. You just showed up on my stories, right? But if she would have came at me a little bit different, like, hey, I saw you saw my story. I started this new journey. Would you like to know more? That makes more sense instead of like vomiting all this, like bleh, all this information, right, at me, like before I even say, please give me more information, So if somebody sees like your first part, you can totally ask them, is there anything I can help you with to understand the struggle? I saw that you saw my struggle post. And if they answered yes or no, but then they didn't like message you, if they answered your poll and they didn't do the last part message you, please go start a conversation with them. If they honestly did your poll, if they answered yes or no, or whatever the poll is, you have to message them. That's just, that is a missed opportunity if you don't go message them, because they took the time to answer it for you. They have some kind of interest, and right, even if it's just to be your friend, they have some kind of interest in you if they're going to take the time to answer your question. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Does everybody get it? I hope so. I was a little scattered. Yay.
Can you tell us again how to do the poll? Actually, what steps to do on Instagram?
For sure. So on Instagram, it can be a quiz and it's going to be the same. You'll just take a picture. Instagram, you need to take a picture of yourself. You can be talking, it can be a video, and then you can add the little poll box. And it's the sticker, it's the little sticker icon that you can add like GIFs and stickers and emojis. You click on the sticker and it's going to be on that first little bit and it's going to say quiz. So that, oh, I'm like, things going on. So it'll be a little, it's the sticker and it's going to pop up and it'll be a thing that says quiz on Instagram. On Facebook, it'll say poll. And again, poll is like a yes or no, you know, and then a quiz, you can have some options. And it should be based around our product or business. So that's it. Does that help? I hope that helped. Okay, great.
Everyone on Facebook is saying, great job, Suze. It was super clear. So thank you for that. Let's see. Tori did have a question about that paparazzi quiz. She said she couldn't find it the last time she looked. Is it still there for sure?
Oh, I guess I don't know that. I haven't seen it I haven't looked for it for a while. Roxanne's gonna figure that out, and she's on a computer, so I know she can go like figure that out. I don't know. Maybe they took it down. I don't know why they would. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But we'll look for you, Tori. We'll look around. I'll even go Google search it or something, I'm sure. But if you've looked around and it's not there, they could have taken that off. So my suggestion is ask your people. I mean, you can't do this in a stories, really. I mean, I guess you kind of could, but I would take pictures of Fashion Fix, all the different styles of Fashion Fix, the different, you know, categories. See what your people do like. What do they like? You know, I kind of know what my people like. I've been in it for a little while, so I kind of know. We love Sunset, you know, and we love Santa Fe all day long. But yeah, I think that's really smart to kind of see where your customers, you know, where they go. But anyway,
I'm not seeing it. I'm Googling. I mean, I'm looking. I don't see it. The link that I normally would click, it wasn't there. So they may have maybe they're updating it. I don't know.
well, I'm so sorry I mentioned that quiz. Take that all back.
That's okay. I have a graphic that I've used of like you can go in, so they still, let me just verify this now, but I'm pretty sure they still have in the shop where it's under the collections category, and that has all the different ones. So you could make a collage of like, here's something from Fifth Avenue, here's something from Malibu, and see like which one of these styles appeals to you. And that might be another way to do it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, new releases, you probably should go because my computer's not working.
Okay, thanks, Suze.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Crush it.